I don't know why lately, but I've been on an iced coffee type thing lately. Good Lord, Jupe. Get the ice cube. Get it. Get it. Get it. Get it. Just a little bit of cream, and then you gotta mix her up. Good morning, everybody. I'm sure you guys are wondering what we got planned today for the RX-7. So I actually did go ahead. Haven't really talked about how we're going to be attaching the two front frame rail bars that come up to the K-member, but I'm going to try and explain it the best I can. I'm honestly not sure if it's going to work. I think it's going to work, but so what happened is, let me see, I didn't even plan this out before I grabbed the camera. I just started filming, but I have a piece of DOM tube somewhere. Oh, there it is right there. And so this guy right here is 1 3/4 inch, I believe, and it's a 120 wall. Yeah, so it's 1 3/4 inch, and then it's 120 wall. So it says right here the ID is supposed to be 1.510 inches. So I need to clean the burrs off of it, but this is what I'm thinking. So if you can see right here, this is one of the inner frame rail bars that comes up that actually is going to be welded to the crossmember. So because I can't actually like make this fit tight to the crossmember and still be able to slide it up and down, I'm gonna chop a little bit off and then put on like a 3-inch piece of that DOM and then slide it over. So it's kind of a sleeve. So I can still slide the DOM on it, slide it back, and then shove the cage up and then slide the DOM onto the K-member and then actually weld it to it. I'm sure you're thinking, what are you doing? That's thin sheet metal. You can't just weld that DOM tube to that sheet metal. Don't worry. I'm gonna add a little 1/8 inch tab to it. It's like 2 inches wide, so I'm gonna just tack that tab into place and then we'll weld it once I pull the motor out to do the motor plates. So that's my plans with the front. It's actually kind of weird. So yesterday I got this new camera and I don't know what happened to the videos, but some of them got corrupt, and I was explaining like the progress on the RX-7 and then I was showing you guys it, but for some reason I lost that clip, so that's why you didn't get to really see much of it yesterday. But I have every single other bar on the car cut, notched, cleaned up, everything ready to just put it back up there and tack it up into place once we figure out this whole front deal. So check it out. These are the rest of the bars for the back part of the cage. Another thing that got lost in the footage is I was explaining that I cut this out. So if you guys remember, I had this piece of sheet metal that just followed the line of the tubs because it's just easier to do that and it was quicker. This time around, because I'm gonna have bars that come up off of here, and then another set of bars that go from here to this part of the hoop. And then on both sides, then I have also like a diagonal brace in it as well. I'm gonna end up adding the sheet metal over it, but it's gonna be more like straight and then like straight. So it's not gonna have that weird bow to it. It looks like a big old like hot water heater, what some people were saying. So that's the plan with that. I'm gonna clean off this burr really quick, figure out what I'm doing down here, and then go ahead and see if we can get this up and then get it all welded into place. Y'all know what time it is, baby. It's lunchtime. If you're wondering what I got some tuna and some vegetables. No one likes the tuna here. I like the tuna. No crust, please. I ain't got no crust because they hamburger buns, baby. And yes, I do got 2 more, just in case my chubby ass wants 3 of them, because I'm hungry. Y'all probably wondering, dude, did you even get any work done yet today? You just got to the shop. And yeah, you're right. I got here late today. I slept in because I was up late editing that video for y'all last night. But yes, I did get some work done. Check it. You're like, dude, all you did was weld them circles into the ends of the tubes? And I mean, you're not wrong. I did that, but I also welded this kidney bar and around the other side of this. And then the back sides of these welds on these bars needed to be welded as well. Same thing on this side. Went ahead and got both of these done, both these welded. Hi, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Turn the boost up a little bit. We're gonna see how she does.
Just watching Brent's new video. What's up, Poop?
Yeah.
What's up?
What a sound.
What's up? What's up, Jupe? What you doing, Goose? What you doing? I'm so excited to show you guys this next part. It has been real. It has been an adventure. It has been a nightmare at the same time. It's been a great learning experience. And honestly, I'm really glad that I did this, because if I ever do crash this thing, it's gonna be real nice knowing as I'm either flipping through the air or as I'm about to crash, knowing that I have one of the best cages that you can get that like is certifiable through SFI. You can always add more bars and whatnot, but it's nice to know that if I go in and crash this thing, that the whole bottom isn't gonna squish in on me, the top's not gonna squish in on me, and that I'll hopefully be as safe as I can. So next steps will be getting like a fire suit, getting like a nice heavy layer fire suit and whatnot too. But anyways, let me show you guys what the cage looks like in its forever home. So these are what the back bars look like. Got two coming down off the main hoop. Got one coming back off this bar that goes across the main hoop. And then we have the little X brace, well, the diagonal brace on this right here that goes into our shock mounts on our anti-roll bar. And up front we have this DOM sleeve slid over the 1.5 inches that comes up, and it is tack welded to this 1/4 inch plate that I will be welding to the actual K member, and then welding the DOM tube to that plate, and then welding the DOM to this 1.5 inch tube. It's a little weird, but I mean, it's all good. Probably overkill, but it's all good. Now I kind of thought about adding some more bars, one that goes like from this bar right here down to my cross member over there, but I actually do have to add in some more bars. I need to add in some bars that tie in my 4-link, so right here the back of this into these. So I'm just gonna put like a little piece of 1-inch tube right here on this top side, and then also on the bottom side. So to try and tie in all of my 4-link stuff back here into the actual cage, because I didn't make a new cross member, is I'm going to add a piece from here to here, and then also from this cross member right here I'm gonna come diagonally to it, and then maybe add like a gusset, like a gusset from across it, so that way if there is any side to side movement on this cross member, that the wishbone is gonna give to it. That way it kind of takes the majority of it out. It just kind of makes me a little bit worried because I cut out some of the structure in that rear cross, or like where that rear cross member attaches to. Is really strong. I never had any issues with it before, so theoretically with more cage in it, it should be okay, but might as well just add more bars in there if I can. Little 1-inch bars ain't gonna hurt nobody, and if it stiffens up a little bit, hey, I'm happy. The final thing left to do today before we go home is weld all those back bars in. These front ones I'm just gonna leave tacked up for now because it's kind of hard to get to. We're gonna be doing a mid plate and front plates on my motor. So when we go to pull the motor out to put the mid plate in, I will go ahead and weld the bars that are up front on the cross member. But before I weld that, I'm gonna go get some iced coffee from the coffee shop.
Hi there, welcome to Ziggy's. Take your time and order whenever you're ready.
Yeah, hi. Can I get a 12-ounce Java chip frozen blender?
Yeah, you need a 12-ounce Java chip blender?
Yep. And then can I get no whip on that, please?
Yeah, no whipped cream for sure.
Thank you. Back to my whole iced coffee thing, right? I guess this is, I don't know if this is iced coffee or not, but this is like, this is really sweet. This is basically a bunch of sugar. But I used to always drink my coffee with no creamer, no sugar, no nothing, just straight out of the pot, hot, forever, for years, all through college, and even just a couple months ago, I just switched up. I don't know why, but this is what my lady gets at this place, and honestly, it's the only thing I like there because I've had their coffee, I've tried the regular coffee, tried the like Americano, tried something else, and honestly, it all doesn't taste that great. So this is what we're getting. Just gonna drink this, chill my phone for a little bit, and then think about how bad it's gonna suck to weld those back bars, and then we're gonna start welding those back bars. Oh, I also forgot to mention, I said we were done with bars, but I actually have to put the dash bar in, so technically we got a little bit more bars to do, but it's no big deal. You already know we gotta put some Mariah Carey on. Gotta have some calmer music while I'm super frustrated welding these bars. Wow, dang it. I'm fucking stuck. Shit. Ow. Oh yeah, we done messed up. I think I went the wrong way. Oh, God. Dang. Go, dang. Oh, gee. Oh, God. Oh. I'm sure that last clip, you saw me trying to finagle my way into there, and unfortunately there's just no way I could finagle my way through there with the rear axle. So, ended up just removing the whole rear axle. Comes out pretty simple as a whole unit, so no big deal. It should now be pretty easy to get the bottom sides of these welds on all these bars, so make it easy to paint it as well. I also need to do those bars that go into the tops and the bottoms of the four links, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that now while the axle is out. So got a lot of work to do still tonight. Let's get it done. Went ahead and got these bars from the top of the four link brackets to the actual cage done. That one's got it as well. Wasn't too bad to do. I'm not really worried about the bottom sides yet. I can do those later. I'm just mainly worried about everything up top, so that way before I put the floor in tomorrow I can paint everything and just like hit it with some rattle cans. So at least the spots that I can get to. So that is the plans for tomorrow. The plan is to get the floors tacked back in there and kind of just stitch weld it everywhere. And then of course I'll seam seal them or possibly just caulk them. I'll probably seam seal them though, because that'll probably be easier. This might be kind of a pain, but I want to put the stock floors back in it just so that way I can use the stock carpet. And also, if you were wondering, yes, I am going to put the dash back in it. I want to try and make it look like as stock appearing on the inside as it can, you know. I mean, obviously, it's got a ridiculous cage in it, but I want to put the dash back in it and make it look decent. I don't want it to look just straight race car and just metal on the inside. So that's the plans for tomorrow. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Got something cool planned for you guys tomorrow too. Also, I need to mention, you guys destroyed it on the likes on that last video. It's got over 5,000 likes already in the past 13 hours. So if you guys want to like this video, I'd appreciate it a lot. I don't know if it does anything for me, but hey, it can't hurt. So thank you guys for watching. We'll see you tomorrow and we'll get to putting these floors in.